Zechariah 8. Again the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age, and the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in mine eyes, saith the Lord of hosts. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country. I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God in truth and in righteousness. Isaiah 11. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf, and the young lion, and the fatling together, and the little child shall lead them, and the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea.
So what we're doing is we're heralding, announcing the coming of the next world, the coming of righteousness, the establishment of a righteous kingdom and the proper people that belong in it.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakapadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And what I want to get into, tonight, all right, is dealing with a few end time events, because what we're seeing, all right, as things unfold, we have to understand the timing of particular things that's happening in the earth, because as the Lord, has pretty much shook up the scene, with this whole, anti SCM, discussion that's being held, all right, on multiple platforms. What we're seeing is Esau Edom, he's setting the stage, to remove anything, all right, that's a hindrance to him rolling out his next phase of his new world order. See, when he gets ready to really implement particular thing, he doesn't want an alternative narrative, circulate. Okay, he wants his narrative to be the one narrative in the earth. Okay, and we're seeing him prepping, okay, to get rid, all right, of the testimony, all right, of Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is the end of this man's kingdom, is the end of this man's rulership. Okay, so as we're seeing, our people, certain of our people, begin, okay, to inquire about the word, to inquire about things going on in the world. Okay, we know he's prepping to make a move. Okay, and I won't get into a few articles. Okay, let me get some precepts first. Then I want to get a couple articles, just some quick news and just seeing what this devil, okay, is going, all right, with his agenda. Now, let's get this. All right, this is Ezekiel 12. You see, and everyone is caught up in distractions. Okay, as we speak, people are trick-or-treating. But there's real chaos. There's real, war and civil unrest that's coming to the earth. But the enchantments of Esau have people still in the slumber. Okay, now this is Ezekiel 12 and 22. It says, "Son of man, what is that proverb that you have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision filleth?" Okay, and our people, okay, don't have to physically say this, that the vision filleth. Okay, the days are prolonged. Their lifestyle proves that that's how they feel. Okay, as if there's nothing coming, that if there's no judgment coming. Okay, all these things happening real time, and our people are still maneuvering in a very simple fashion, man. Okay, and these things are unfolding while the masses are distracted. Now it says, verse 23 says, "Tell them therefore, thus says the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision." You see? And people are really about to feel prophecy. Right now they just been hearing about prophecy. Okay, hearing what was to come. But we're in the time now when people are going to feel the famine that's spoken of in prophecy. Okay? They're going to see and be in the midst, okay, of civil unrest. Teeth of wild beasts. They're going to be in the midst of these things, man. Okay? They're going to go from hearing about it to being in the middle of it and being heavily affected by it, man. And this is the time that we're in the earth. Now, I want to get a couple of articles. Just going into what's going on. Okay. Now, let's get this one first. All right, because you got people doing what? They're trick-or-treating tonight. All right. Then you got Thanksgiving. Okay. And then you have what? Saturnalia, the worship of Satan. Okay, the worship of a goddamn rod. All right. Nimrod. Okay, so-called Christmas, and then you have, the feast, okay, to the Roman god Janus, which is the god of the new year. Okay, so this is a very satanic time And while people are engulfed in this time of season, the effect of every vision is right here at the door. Okay? And it's only going to get worse. All right. Now, this is from Blacklisted News. And it said the big tech companies are telling us exactly where the economy is headed in 2023. Okay. And people think just because they make it showing you that it's an enchantment, people really on in the energy of if they make it to just the next year, everything will be okay. Okay. Well, no, the scripture say it's gonna get worse. All right. And the news, okay, these things that are trending is saying the same thing. Now it says if you didn't like the economic condition in 2022, then you are definitely not going to be pleased by what's coming. So lucky in 2023. It said this year we have had to deal with rampant inflation, very sluggish economy activity, and the beginning of a horrifying house crash, and that hasn't been fun. But it appears that next year will be even worse. Most of the big tech companies, all right, have been reporting dismissal numbers for the third year. All right, decimal numbers. And for the third quarter, it says, and that it says, and that is a very bad sign. Even when just about everyone else was scuffling along, we could always count on the big tech companies to produce booming numbers. But now that has changed in a major way, and their stock prices are being absolutely hammered as a result. And it says, but now that has changed in a major way, and their stock prices are being hammered as a result. Just look at what is happening to Facebook. Overall revenue actually declined during the third period, and the other numbers that they just released deeply alarmed investors, okay, on Wall Street. Okay. And see, they're the different analysis, that follow the money, that follow patterns, okay, and all these different things is showcasing that 2023 will be more economic woes. Okay, it won't get better. Okay, so there's nothing good prep, all right, and coming to this society but the destruction, man, but suffering. You see, only thing coming is suffering, man. If a brother can post it in I believe it's Ezekiel. Okay, so another one in Ezekiel chapter 5. Might be chapter 7. Yep. If a brother can post Ezekiel chapter 5, no, chapter 7, verse 5. Okay. Yep. Ezekiel chapter 7, verses 5. Yeah, 5 through 7. Yeah, that's a good one too. All right, this is the brother Nathan Y'all shop Ezekiel 7:5. It said, thus said the Lord power. Okay. And evil and only evil, behold, is come. Okay. And evil, which is a bad time, and only evil, behold, is come. Only bad times, okay, are coming. There's no good news to report on. Okay. Good news is a delusion nowadays, man. Okay. This is a very terrible time to be on the earth if you're not of the elect, man. Okay. Now, I want to go here because this is heavy news that's happening, okay, right here in America, man. All right. And Esau Edom is slithering towards the end game that he desires, man. Okay. Which is ultimately that MOTB and everyone. Now, let's go to verse 6, dealing with Ezekiel. All right, this is Brother Beyond Yasha'Allah, Ezekiel 7:6. It says, "An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." See, the end, okay, is already prepared. You see, this society is just gonna run into the end, but the end is already there, showing that what there's a set time for this man to be in power. Okay, so all the things that he's doing is in vain because eventually he's gonna run. Okay, he's gonna run into the end. All right, and the end is very gruesome. Okay, for you wicked people, you heathens, beginning with you Edomites, man. Okay, now verse 7 says, "The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near." Okay, and not the sounding. All right, the sounding again of the mountains. Okay, so the Lord, is finna bring judgment into this land. Okay, judgment is really finna settle in. Okay, in the earth. All right. Now let me read this one. This is Brother Naquan 4. Ezekiel 7:25 said, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek." Okay, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. All right, this is the time we're in. Okay, people are going to be begging for relief, and what is Esau going to bring out? Okay, as people are getting ready to be put in these predicaments, in these tough situations, what is Esau prepping? Okay, as a savior, man. Let's read this article from Blacklisted News. Okay, it says National Digital ID clears congressional hurdle amid fears it could be politically based. So here in America, they've passed, all right, as it says, it has cleared congressional hurdle. Okay, which means what it's closer to being implemented. Okay, it's close to being made mandated. All right, it says another digital ID system for U.S. citizens is fast becoming a reality following a vote by the U.S. Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee. Wait a minute. Why the common people didn't vote on this? The people they're finna put it into. Okay? The people that they're gonna make it mandated for. Why didn't you people get a vote in on this, man? Okay? Because they only let you false have a sense, okay, of power through voting. Okay, niggas so through these days, niggas talking about voting in the midterms, man. When have niggas ever knew about a goddamn midterm, man? Okay, niggas talking about the midterm, It said digital ID act as online data laden representations of human beings. Many analysts, such as the authors of 2019 McKinsey Global Institute report, argue that they could be the key to unlocking access to financial services, various government benefits, and educational opportunities, as well as a number of other critical services. Some of the same analysis, okay, however, also warn that the risk and the potential for misuse of digital ID are real and deserve careful attention. So he's going to present, this digital ID as if it's an upgrade. Okay, this is what Esau Edom has mastered within his left hand side, is making death look like life. Okay, making oppression look like peace. Okay, like he did it for the benefit of you. Okay, like he cares about your damn heart rate. Okay, and your refill on prescriptions. Okay, you don't care about that. All right, the man wants more control. It says in simple language, a digital identity enables an individual to prove who they are in a virtual world. And why you see him pushing what? Metaverse. Proponents claim digital IDs offer greater privacy than traditional forms of identifications and can help minimize some of the risks associated with physical documents such as driver license, passport, etc. Because they want to encapsulate people in the chip, okay, in the MOTB. Okay, it begins with a digital ID, but the digital ID that they want, okay, is the one that goes under the skin. All right, and they pretty much tell you in your face, all right, that they at that point where they finna go in you. All right, let's see if we can find a quick lesson. I mean a quick video dealing with this clown. Okay. And that's what Esau does, presents death as an upgrade, man. This is a hell of a devil. All right, and the masses are going to believe it. You see, if a brother can post it, Proverbs 14 and 15. All right. His name right. Now, let's see if I can find that interview. Let's see. Get straight to the point. All right, so let me share this real quick. Okay. Let's get straight to the point because they're telling you a digital ID, you know, and you look at like where everything's gonna be, you know, compressed. I don't have to carry around wallets, IDs, you know, big purses. I can have everything right here on my phone. Okay. But what is his end game? What is he really trying to get at? So let's get it. What is Esau slithering his way to?
Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in kitchen or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will. That's over. We have all this of free will. That everything we choose is of our own free will. And this is a myth that served us well for a couple of centuries, but now it's becoming dangerous. Previously, surveillance was mainly above the skin. Now it's going under the skin. I think maybe in a couple of decades, when people look back, the thing they will remember from the COVID crisis is this is the moment when everything went digital. And this was the moment when everything became monitored. That we agreed to be surveyed all the time, not just in authoritarian regimes, but even in democracies. And maybe most importantly in all, this was the moment when surveillance started going under the skin.
So you heard him, you know, speaking of surveillance going under, okay, your skin. Okay, he said, look, this whole sickness that we just had will be remembered for making the world digital, showing you there was an agenda from the jump. Okay, This is Brother Beyond Yasha Allah, Proverbs 14 and 15. It said, the simple believe it every word, but the prudent, okay, what the prudent man looketh well to his going. Okay, and you have a lot of simpletons amongst Israel. They're just being led to a slaughterhouse, man. Okay, but we're commanded to be watchmen and diligently search these things out. Okay, the Lord has put the spirit on particular men to really be watchful. Okay, and check these things out. Okay, move in a particular way. This ain't time to be simple, man. This is the worst time on earth to be simple, not knowing what's going on, not knowing who you are, not knowing who your enemy is. Okay, this is a terrible time to be in that spirit, man. Okay, but he told you, look, this is for going digital, and now we're getting under your skin, man. Okay, what is that speaking of? All right, now I want to get back to the article just a little bit. So this has cleared, okay, the House of Congress pretty much. This bill of America, okay, and digital IDs, man. Okay, the ball is in motion on every side. Everybody's doing what they're allotted to do. Okay, so now, hey, prepare for the next phase. It says in simple language. Okay, going back to the article, a digital identity enables an individual to prove who they are in the virtual world. Okay, weird as this is just weird. I'm going to a goddamn virtual world video game, and, and and I need an ID. It said proponents claim digital IDs offer great privacy than traditional forms of identification and help minimize some of the risks associated with physical documents such as driver license, passports, etc. Others, though, are quick to sound the alarm, warning that the introduction of digital IDs will almost certainly lead to an erosion of civil rights, and your civil rights is already done. Okay, that's what people are finna realize. Ain't no constitution, ain't no civil rights, man. This is a new world regime that these elites want to bring in. Okay, and they plan on forcing it through a lot of death, man. Okay. So reading on, it says, although the concerns about digital IDs are real, it's important to separate the fact, all right, from the fear mongering fiction they call truth, fear mongering now. This man runs the earth. All right, these small heads run the earth. Okay, they control all entertainment media, the banking system, the gold, the oil. You see, these few families. Okay, but they're finna make it seem as if we're the worst. And see, they want us discredited as much as possible to destroy, okay, the narrative, man. You see, now it says digital is often touted as the future, and many people cast such a transition, as inevitable. Okay, writes Jay Stanley. Now says, but digital is not always better, especially when systems are exclusively digital. So you have a little kickback, but the fact that it passed through Congress, this bill, lets you know that they really want to roll this thing out. Okay, start rolling these things out, man. You know, and our mind has to be locked in. Okay, has to be locked in for this next phase. You see? Let me see. It's the brother Naquan. All right, 4. It's Psalm 71:4 said, "Deliver me, O power, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man." Okay, and this is Esau Edom. We need a deliverance, man. This man is from the brain. Okay, major wickedness in the earth, man. This man has a mindset to just kill off, okay, millions and 10 millions of people, man, just for an agenda to depopulate. Okay. His second phase, I believe he's gonna come for those that oppose his view, okay, his narrative, man. He's getting it, he's making people norm, okay, he's making it normal to people, okay, to think about criticizing him as a form of terrorist, man. Okay, domestic terrorism. Now, this is Brother Naquan Ford. It says cruel. It says willfully causing pain or suffering to others and feeling no concern about it. Okay, and it's the one and only. Okay, it's the one and only Esau Edom. All right. So let's go from there. And I'll finish this in Ezekiel. So I just want to touch on those two things. I said I wasn't gonna make this one long. I just want to bring those two articles out, man. Okay, 2023 is looking worse than 2022 economically. All right, and they've passed. All right, the House of Congress, dealing with, all right, the digital ID. Okay. So finishing up in Ezekiel 23, I'll start at 24. It said, "For there shall be no more any vain vision nor flattering divination within the house of Israel." Okay, because you pretty much can still go to the churches on the weekend. Okay, and hear this, this nigga lie. Okay, about everything, has no clue what the Bible is speaking of. Okay. And Christianity has taught the masses of our people to trust in vanity. Okay. and all these opinions and all these things floating around the internet, that's finna be cut off, man. Prophecy is really finna settle in the earth, man. Okay. And all these opinions everyone has, how they feel, it's finna be all right done. You see? This is Ezekiel 12:25 said, "For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass." And that's why we speak of the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? Because it's a showcase of his power. That what he said he would do, he's gonna do it. That's why we prophesy in that name. All right. Verse 25, it says, "For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I will speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, said the Lord power." And see, it's coming to a point as brothers starting to speak different things, man. These things are really happening in the earth. Because why? We're speaking according to the script, and the Heavenly Father, all right, for his name's sake, is going to fulfill everything written. Okay. And this is the time that we're in. And you still, gotta a massive bulk of Israelites that are just gonna play around until the end. Okay, but everyone's outside the elect is getting ready to lose, man. Every single person on earth, man, whether it's in captivity or death, okay, horrible deaths that's to come. You see, and this is why we're fighting to be part of that number, man. So that was the point, I didn't want to make super long. I just want to bring those two things out. Thought it was real interesting, how you got the timing, with the whole yay thing, but prophecy is still happening. That's not the centerpiece, okay, of what's going on in the Bible, man. You see? So Lord will, you brothers and your sisters edified till next time I say Shalom. Kwam Yashala Bob DTA soon. Shalom. Let's see. Yeah.